It's another beautiful Southern California morning. Gonna take another ride with my new Triumph Street Triple R, and I just got the Techspec grips. So there's one on each side, and there's the rear grip. It's a package, comes together, fits pretty well. Nice grip so far, but I'll try it in the canyons right now. And it's all I want here. So see this cap thing? I think I gotta get myself a Triumph cap so I can do this. Take a short break at Newcomb's.
Okay.
And then we'll continue on. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we're on Angeles Crest, going up the back side again. Just me and a solid one today on his FCO7 back there. And me on my Triumph Street Triple R. And we're going to enjoy a nice view, nice ride. Hopefully not too crowded. It's early, very early for me. Normally I wouldn't be here for at least an hour and a half, maybe two. So yeah, we'll have to see how that affects the crowding. So I'm kind of getting a feel for how these Techspec grips affect things. The tank always felt a little narrow to me, and this helps make it a little thicker, so I'm a little easier to grab onto. They are a little thick. I got the snakeskin ones, the thickest ones. I'm starting to wonder if I would have preferred the C3. This guy's getting out of the way. Nice guy. But I think they're fine. I had the snakeskin on the other bike and I never had a problem with them. These ones just feel more noticeable. Like I noticed the edge, the end of the thing, because their position on the tank and their length. Or the other ones, I guess I couldn't find the end. I just hubbed somewhere out in the middle area. So I didn't feel that edge drop off. This one I can. So I don't know. We'll see how it affects things. First real corner of the day. Yeah, felt good. Downshift, more appropriate here. I'm getting more used to the route to this direction. I'm gonna wave him through at some point. I want to let him lead. This is his route. So I know he always likes me in front. He wants me to set a good pace, or makes sure I'm setting a pace I'm comfortable with. I don't know. This is something we always seem to end up with. My bike is a bit more powerful than his when I can really use it, but I can't really use it all yet, can I? As long as I'm staying in the break-in anyways. With the earplugs in, this thing feels so quiet. I can not hear it very well, but I assume you can on the GoPro there. So I moved the shift light up to 6100, so it wouldn't be bothering me all day, and I will be able to get to that rev range fairly soon. Partway into this ride, basically, it'll be like, alright, you're ready to use 6,000 all the time now. But right now I just hit it very occasionally. I don't know, thinking back on when I came through here with the 300 2-3 weeks ago, I guess it's 2 weeks ago, and I was discussing, should I get another bike? You know, I was having a good time, but in order to go this fast on the 300, it's a lot more work. And I can start to understand a little more why people like the bigger bikes, because you can still keep a good pace, still have a lot of fun, but you don't have to work as hard at it. And I guess when you're ready to, especially maybe more on the track than anywhere else, you can take this thing to a pace that 300 could never achieve. Yeah, it's funny, he surprised me. I saw that one. He described, yeah, I'm in like 4th or 5th almost the whole way. And I think I finally understand that now. Because these things have so much torque. In order to not feel like you're constantly trying to climb to the stratosphere all the time, you gotta kind of upshift to the upper gears. Because the lower ones just want to go. And if you want to be more relaxed torque delivery, you've got to go to the upper ones. Especially on his bike where the torque delivery is so aggressive. This one's a little smoother, gives you a little more flexibility, I feel. Icy. Not this season, not yet. That will be a problem. And I went up on some days where there was snow on the side of the road, but it had already been like plowed out of the way and it was mostly melting. And the reason snow was still there was because there's no sunlight over there. It's kind of weird because half the hill there's no sunlight, so you're kind of freezing when you're not in the sun, and then you're doing pretty good when you're in the sun. Just easy. There you go. Push him in front. He told me before the engine braking on his bike is fairly aggressive, so he uses his brakes less often than you'd think you'd need to, just because the bike will slow itself down, where I don't feel like the engine braking is all that strong on this thing. So you got to be a little more aware, a little more on the ball. Not surprising that on these upright bikes it's a lot easier to go longer before you feel like you need to take a break. You know, you're just less pressure on your hands, less pressure on your arms, your back. A little more pressure on your butt, but generally they have the right kind of comfortable seats. And you can get even more comfortable seats, I guess. So yeah, we're back on Upper Picahunka. It's a very high-paced area. That's why he's starting to disappear. I'm still trying to keep near where I should. The interesting thing about this segment is there's very few points where you really have to slow down all that much. You can basically keep the same speed almost the entire length of it. Yeah, see, he's disappearing up there. I'm still trying to stay in the break-in zone. Okay, this bike is willing. The body is willing. The mind... Ah, damn, that's a big bug right in my center of my field of vision. The body is willing, but the mind is holding things back. I definitely need to clean this off up and nuke this. Now the most important reason to stop there. Yeah, I'm keeping more lean forward right now just to give myself a little more confidence in the corners. This bike's giving it the spades. If I would have started cutting back, I would have started holding back on the Ninja. This bike keeps me going. Like, that's all? That's all you want? Not any more than that? Really? That's what it feels like, man. There's some magic to this. I guess every motorcycle, assuming you try to do a proper break-in, you find yourself spending a lot of time in 6th gear. It's the only gear that gives you sufficient miles per hour during break-in for just going around on the freeway or sometimes on the road or whatever. I know I was certainly doing that on the 300. I'd need 6th gear around like 35 miles an hour with the break-in they wanted you to do. Here, 6th gear will get you up to 5960 for the first 300 miles if you follow their guidelines exactly. It's kind of nice when I'm finally breaking into the next zone, so I actually go freeway speeds safely and within the parameters. time we reach Newcombs, I will be firmly into the next zone. And ready and willing to push harder. And now I can start using the lower gears, is what I'm getting at. Sometimes I'm there, but a lot of times they get me into the high RPMs a little too quickly. Let's see how Ford does it. Good man. Woo! Thank you. Early morning people. He's already on the way back down the hill. Weirdo. Alright, we're at Newcombs Ranch. Lots of nice bikes. And we'll have to check them out and then continue on our way. Seen this guy before. This guy comes here a lot. I see him almost every weekend here. His bike stinks. Let him get some distance. So that's 300 miles. Cracked open the next shell. We're on upgraded RPM range. Now we're heading all the way to Wrightwood. Get some breakfast out there. And also help break this thing in. Time we're done today, I'm probably just short of needing to go to the dealership to get the service done. But yeah, these Techspecs are great. They're working really well. They're giving me a better purchase. I feel like I now have a good grip. Excellent grip. And they're not obtrusive. They're not as bad as I felt like they may have been. Whew. It's getting a little chilly up here. Cold air. Here we go. Follow him for a time. In a controlled environment, one of these days I'll need to double check what the ABS on this thing feels like and what it takes to engage it. So I can really find out how hard this thing can brake. I really need to. It's a very important thing to learn. How hard your bike will slow down. Because when you need it, you want to know if you can trust it to slow down or not. Holy shit, that's a big rock. Whew, it's cold. Another cold spot. Ooh, there is snow on the ground. Holy crap. Already? Guess all that water last weekend. Not on the road, but look at that hill. It's already snowing up here. There you go. That's why it's all cold. There's ice everywhere. Yeah, so I'm doing most of this in 4th gear, which is a good gear for this speed and good gear for this control. If I really wanted maximum pace, I'd probably be rowing up and down to 3rd and 4th, maybe a little 5th on the longer stretches. So that was really fun. The bike did really well. I'm getting more comfortable on it. Still got some work to go, but feeling pretty good. This is the creepy moose they got here at the Grizzly Cafe. It moves, it blinks. It's kind of freaking me out the first time I noticed it. So we're here in Wrightwood, just leaving the Grizzly Cafe. It's a nice spot. Get a lunch or breakfast when you're on a ride out here. So it's warming up a little bit, which is good for some of the colder areas. But it's not too bad out there. So I'm having a good feeling about right now, putting a good pace. Trying out different rev ranges, see what different gears do for me. Snow again. There it is. Party here. Yeah, this is really good. I'm kind of letting it see a little higher speeds, let her see a little higher RPMs. She's taking it very well, and I'm feeling very comfortable. Good tires. These things grip really well. Hopefully they last a decent length of time. Alright, his turn. We're all fast in our own way. Don't hurt yourself, dude. Look at S1000R. It's going quick. Is that a Tilla? Maybe. Rides like a Tilla. Knees out, 300. He goes really fast for a 300, right? There's a lot more bikes today. I set a good pace there.
Yeah, you had a good pace there.
Alright. Final leg heading home from Newcomb's Ranch. Thought you might be able to dice it up with this Ducati here, but Street Fighter, very nice bike. But he's going the other direction. I always leave there refreshed and ready to push hard, so let's try to do that again.